Hi guys, my name is Martin Masheka, aka Shexa Martin. Today we're going to look at 8086 flags, flag register. Um, the flags are grouped into two categories, and the first one is status flags, and the other one is control flags. Under status flags, we have six flags, and these flags are sign flag, zero flag, auxiliary carry flag, parity flag, carry flag, overflow. And we have control flags, which are directional flag, which is DF, interrupt flag, trap flag. Directional flag, it's used in string operations, and it's set to 1 if you want to access the string data from higher memory location towards lower memory location. It's set to 0 if you want to access string data from lower memory location towards higher memory location. And then we have interrupt flag. An interrupt flag is set to 1 to show that, or to allow the microprocessor to recognize interrupt requests from peripheral devices. In other words, we are saying the microprocessor will allow communication between itself and peripheral devices. Interrupt flag is set to 0 if the microprocessor is not going to recognize any interrupt request from peripheral devices. Trap flag. Trap flag, it allows us to run our microprocessor in a mode which we call single step mode, and here we will be debugging. In single step mode, the microprocessor executes an instruction and enters into single step instruction execution. If the trap flag is set to 1, the CPU automatically generates an internal interrupt after each instruction, allowing a program to be inspected as it executes instruction by instruction, meaning to say we are doing what we call single step execution. And it's set to 0. If it's set to 0, no function is going to be performed. So here are the status flags, and these status flags are set to 0 or 1 depending on the result of an operation. And the first 5 are identical to the 8085 flag registers. Now let's look at the practical part of our registers. Right, we do have carry flag, and this carry flag is going to be raised only if the ninth value, the ninth digit is 1 if we are having an operation of an 8-bit. But if we change the size of this register to 16-bit with this operation, with these values, our carry flag is not going to be raised. So let's observe what is happening in the emulator. We emulate. So since we are having that one that I've told you before, the carry flag is going to be raised. We just run our program and the carry flag is raised as we observe it there. Now let's look at the auxiliary flag. The auxiliary flag is raised if the 5th value from counting from right, that is 1 2 3 4 5, this 5th value, if we are carrying a 1 from the lower neighbor, then an auxiliary flag is going to be raised. So let's observe what is happening here, and here we go. Emulate, we show up our flags, and here is our one. We run that, and then you observe that our auxiliary flag is now 1. If you want to check here, our auxiliary flag is 0. If you run single step there, auxiliary flag is raised. Right, let's look at sign flag. Sign flag is going to be raised only if the result is negative, otherwise it's not going to be raised. And here we are having -8 plus 2, which gives us a negative value. Therefore a sign flag is going to be raised. So let's check. Emulate, we show up our flags, and here was demonstrating sign flag. So here it's 0, it's line by line. Here is our sign flag since the value is negative. Right, we check the 0 flag. 0 flag is raised only if the result of the operation is 0, otherwise it's not raised. So here we are subtracting this from that, and the result is 0, which means we are going to have our 0 flag raised. And this is our 0 flag. We run, our 0 flag is raised like that. So close, and we go to the last one, which is the parrot flag. This parrot flag, it is raised only if the number of ones in the result is even. So here we are adding this one and that one, and the number of ones is 4, and 4 is even. Therefore a parrot flag is going to be raised. So let's observe that. Right, emulate, we run our flags, and here we are parrot flag P. There we run, and there we have that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you next time.